everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. My name's Acacia. Today we're going to be doing my part 2 of my June book haul. Oh my. Oh my. We're gonna just go for it. The first book that I received is The Tale of Ava Marie Swanson by Mara Marskus and S.R. Green, and this is from Planta Press. This is a little book, it's just a quick little picture book about a little girl who is prepping herself to be accepting and kind of be okay with death. I've read it, and I will tell you my thoughts in the wrap-up for June, because I gotta move quickly with this one. Next one I received from a publisher. This is from Source Books. They contacted me. This is Post This Book, A Journal of Color and Shape. This is released in July. This is by David Siddon Nicholas Cowthlow. And this is just going to be something I'm going to be using to post on my Instagram. And just going to be fun. And it's going to be something just to kind of get my creativity flowing and all that good stuff. Next, we have Stupid Children, a novel by Lenore Zion. I've talked about this already in my top 5. Link it down below. It's going to be in my June wrap-up as well, so we're going to move along. Next, I received this. This is an advanced reader's copy of Bob Stevenson by Richard Wiley. This is a book from Bellevue Literacy Press, and this is about a man with dissociative identity disorder so it takes place from the perspective of a psychiatrist who falls in love with this man when he is in a fugue state as a different identity, and then her trying to find out his true identity throughout time. And I'm very intrigued. I'm very interested to see how they're going to play this and whether or not it's going to be an accurate depiction of the disorder. I picked this up at my new favorite local bookshop, which is Yes Books. I am obsessed. It's gorgeous. It's like walls to walls books. I will link down below my Instagram, a little tiny snippet of the back area, and it's just a video of it, so it's amazing. This is Evelina by Frances Burney, and this is an Oxford World Classics edition. And yes, I know nothing about it, but my mother said that it was something to be read, so she bought it for me because that's my mom. Then I was lucky enough to reach out to Brindy Quinn, who I have worked with before. I have her first 2 books, the first 2 acts of this book from Zillow Stone, and this is Zillow Stone Must Die. This is Act 3. This is The Ongoing Pursuit, and I'm very excited I think this is a trilogy, so I'm excited to finish up the trilogy. I now have the 3rd book. Brindy was kind enough to send it to me, and of course, as always, she signed it. This one is The Portable Veblen by Elizabeth Mackenzie. I know that Jen Campbell did not like this. I already went into it knowing that Jen Campbell did not like this, but it sounded like a nutty woman who wants to be friends with squirrels, and in a Wes Anderson film-esque sort of way, and it's quirky and weird and obnoxious, and it just sounds like something I'm going to enjoy, regardless of everybody else's opinion. That seems to be it was nominated for the Bailey's Book Prize, so, it must be good, but honestly, it just sounds awesome to me to have crazy people talking to squirrels. I've done it. Next, we have The Sex Myth by Rachel Hills. This is the gap between our fantasies and reality. This is, okay, so this was in the same signing as Sex Object with Jessica Valenti, which I will show you in a minute, which I've talked about before. This is from that little shindig, and this is signed to me as well. I got this from Paper Cuts in Jamaica Plains, so I'm super happy and super thankful to them. Amazingness, super excited, just so much goodness and non-fictionness, and this is talking about the sexual revolution and how we have gone into a world where sexual freedom is actually not sexual freedom anymore, so I'm very excited to sink my teeth into that baby. And then we have Mary Shelley Frankenstein. This is the Penguin English Library Edition, and it came in with that. And I'm so sad. Guys, there's a huge dent in my book. Do you see it? It's huge. I'm not happy. My sister's informing me that I am not to be really as upset about this as I am, because it's really not that big a deal, is what she's trying to say. But she's trying to say it as nicely as possible so I don't start crying on camera. Alright, so Bellevue Literacy Press, they reached out to me with Bob, and they sent me this as well. This was not something I was expecting. It's Stories by Brian Booker, and it's Are You Here for What I'm Here For? And this is a short story collection. The suspense creeps and takes hold of 7 stories that are troubled characters grappling with rare illnesses, menacing chance encounters, sexual awakening, impending disaster, and new age cults. I am excited. I don't know what it is, but I want it, and I have it now, so I'm good. I didn't even know I needed it. Now I have it, and I'm excited. Thank you, Bellevue. I found this in the same Yes Book store. This is Virginity, Prenuptial Rites, and Rituals by Dr. Okra Nemec, and I don't know. This could go several different ways. I'm curious. And it was relatively cheap, and it looked very, 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 very interesting. So, and it's very old, and it's definitely been a couple of places, because it's got a couple of different names in it, so I'm super excited. But we shall see, because this could terrify me, or it could be super enlightening. I don't know which. This is Falter Kingdom. I really don't know much about it. The premise of this is everyone within them has a demon, and they are to be exorcised of it. But Hunter Warren decides to keep his demon through his senior year. She reached out to me on behalf of Michael. I accepted the book. I'm very interested to see how it's going to go. It comes out August 9th, which means I have a little bit of time to read it. It's just, and the way the format is done, it's very poetic, but not. I don't know. We shall see. I'm very excited, but very nervous. So this is the first book I think I've really accepted from somebody I've never met, so we'll see. So this I was sent by, where are we? Tachyon Publications. This is by Peter S. Beagle. This is Summerlong, a novel, and it's the author of The Last Unicorn. It is an advanced copy. It is fairy tale-esque, spells, magic, wonderful summerness, and very excited about this. Thank you so much for sending me this. I found it on NetGalley. I had heard about it before, or I had heard about The Last Unicorn before. But then I read the premise of this, and it sounded more up my alley, so I requested it from the publishers on NetGalley, and then when they wrote me and were like, thank you for requesting this, is there anything we can do for you? I'm like, can I have a paper copy? And they're like, yes, and I'm like, yay! Alright, this one, same concept. NetGalley wrote to me, said, what can we do for you? I said, paper copy. They said, yay, and I said, yes, and they were like, yay! This one is from Dover Publications, and this one is Scary Stories. It's supposed to be a little bit Edgar Allan Poe-esque and weird, and oh my god, that cover creeps me the F out, guys. This is the stuff dreams are made of, introduced and edited by S.T. Joshi. I looked up all the pronunciations of all these authors before I started this video. Can't remember any of them. So yeah, that one's going to scare the crap out of me. It is due out... It says 2016, so maybe it's not due out till October. I don't know. I will probably... I've read a lot of it, and I read it on ebook, and it scared the crap out of me. And you guys know I don't like ebook anyway, so it was just a lot of pressure, and so I just stopped. And now I have it physically, and I'm gonna just let it be what it is, because, oh my god, I'm terrified of it. But it looks so good, so I needed it, and I'm very terrified of it, but it's so good. It's gonna be good in October. It's gonna be good. This is from Planta Press as well. This is OCD and Me, The Unconventional Journey Through Obsessive Compulsive Disorder by Bess Cunningham. I'm excited. OCD's happening. Yay! It's a nonfiction, and I'm excited, and I'm very excited because I don't really have anything on my shelf that has to do with OCD yet. I've done a video about OCD, and I'll link that down below. I'm not an expert on it, so I'm only an expert on my own OCD and my ultra's OCD. I'm not an expert on everyone else's OCD, so maybe this will help me with not expertise, but information. Beauty is a Wound by Eka Kanawan. And this is gorgeous. Do you see it? It was sent to me by Pushkin Press, and it's gorgeous, and I love it, and I want it so bad. But I have it, so I don't need to want it, but I still love it, so I'm very excited. And then I have Hannah Tay's Alice in Wonderland bookmark in here, which I'm so in love with, guys. But yes, this was sent to me by Pushkin Press. I'm super excited. It's so I've begun reading it, and so far it's super creepy and weird. Ayu rises from the grave, and she was a prostitute with many children, or 4 children, and it's just very weird, and I'm very curious about it, and it's super magical realism-y. It looks like it's got a little bit of fairy tale-esque world set in mystical Indonesia. Oh boy, this is gonna be awesome. Like a little bit of historical fiction mixed with darkness and magic and magical realism. And oh guys, I'm really stoked. This is gonna be good. Especially because in the heat, it's gonna feel like I'm in Indonesia, but not really. But I'm gonna pretend it does because that's how my life works. And then I'm gonna pretend that it's like nice and hot and humid, and I'm gonna sit there in front of the fan and just be like, la la la. And then it's gonna be amazing. Oh my god, guys. So then I got this book. This is Museum of You by Kara Spray, and I got it in the hardcover because oh my god, end papers. End papers! So gorgeous! It's orange and it's beautiful and oh my god. Hardcover needed. Judge me all you want. This is gorgeous. I wanted it so bad and now I have it and I'm so happy and now I get to read it and I'm so excited and oh my god, end papers! Yes, for those of you who don't know what this one is, this is The Museum of You by Kara Spray. It's been making its rounds on the BookTube world. It is about a young child whose mother passes away when she's very young, and she grows up and begins to make a museum of her mother for her father because she becomes interested in that kind of work, and I'm ecstatic! It's gonna be beautiful. And then, guys, I've talked about this multiple times without even having hauled it, so we're gonna just quickly move through this. This is Sex Object by Jessica Valenti, and it's signed, and it's beautiful, and I love it, and I'm reading it, and that is the last book of this haul. That has been my June Part 2 book haul, and I will see you in my June wrap-up in my next video, and I will talk to you then.